Hi students, good morning. In the last video I promise you I will give you the one trick how to identify the molecular geometry and bond angles and hybridization of the molecule. So just as I earlier mentioned, I explained last video, all the things. Linear means two bond pairs, sp hybridization, bond angle 180, and three bond pairs means bond angle 120, sp2 hybridization. If the two bond pair, one lone pair means bent shape, best example is SO2 for that. And four bond pairs means 109 5 degrees bond angle and sp3 hybridization. Three bond pair, one lone pair means trigonal pyramidal. Two bond pair, two lone pair means bent shape. That is water is the best example for that. Like that, five bond pair means trigonal bipyramidal and bond angle 90 degrees and 120 degrees. And some of the books they will mention DSP3 hybridization, and some of the books SP3D. You can follow SP3D also, whichever anything is no problem. SP3D also it's correct only. Okay, but one more lone pair comes in the sense the shape will be changed. Four bond pair, one lone pair in the sense the shape is the seesaw shape. Three bond pair, two lone pair, T shape. Two bond pair, three lone pair, linear in shape. Move on to the octahedral. Six bond pairs means octahedral shape. This one also D2 sp3 or sp3 d2. sp3 d2 also correct only. Don't confuse, sp3 d2 is the correct one only. Okay, so move on to this. One more lone pair comes in the sense instead of six bond pairs, five bond pair, one lone pair means square pyramidal. Four bond pair, two lone pair in the sense square planar. Three bond pair, three lone pair means T shape. Two bond pair, four lone pairs means linear. So we know all the things based on the lone pair, bond pair, what is the shape, what is the hybridization, what is the bond angle, everything we know that. But I mentioned here standard. If it is a two bond pairs only in the sense 180 degrees. If it is three bond pairs means 120. If it is a four bond pairs, this is the bond angle. So when you see the lone pairs comes in the sense the bond angle will change from the 109 5 degrees to here little bit change. It is only for bond angle of tetrahedral. Based on this, it may little bit less it will show here. Okay, just for idea, one molecule I have given this bond angles. Okay, then now I would like to introduce one trick. If you remember these things, and if you remember that trick, whatever the molecule let them give, you can easily identify in the examination. Before going to know that trick, you should know which molecule, which atom belongs to which group. Okay, I will show you that one also. You see here, what is that? Third group elements. Third group elements: boron, aluminum, gallium, indium, thallium. Fourth group elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, sulfur, oxygen, selenium, tellurium, polonium, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, astatine, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So, and moreover, the atomic numbers also no need to mug, and electronic configuration also no need to mug. First, if you remember these things, we can apply everywhere. Okay, so just boron means third group element, carbon means fourth group element, nitrogen means fifth group, oxygen means sixth, fluorine, this iodine means seventh group. You should know this group numbers. Then whatever I am giving trick, that is very easy to understand. Okay, Now I will move on to the trick. Okay, then first example. In the examination they have given like this. Okay, SO2 molecule they have given, identify the how many bond pair, how many lone pair, or what is the hybridization, what is the shape of this molecule. Okay, you just observe this molecule, what is the central molecule here, central atom here, the central atom is here, central atom sulfur. The sulfur belongs to which group? Sixth group element. That's the reason I shown all the group atoms, right? So if you know, if you can identify sulfur is the sixth group element, just take the 6 electrons like this. 6 electrons you take like this, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, oxygen, for oxygen 2 electrons connect with one oxygen bond. Okay, and like that, oxygen, whenever you want to connect the oxygen means use 2 electrons, one bond. Okay, the remain 2 electrons are remain, so that is a one lone pair. You consider 2 electrons like a one lone pair. Okay, so you consider this is the one bond pair, this is the another bond pair, one lone pair, 2 bond pair, one lone pair. One is s orbital you consider, one is p orbital, another lone pair also p orbital only. S p1 p2, sp3 sp2 hybridization, sp2 hybridization like this. You just consider this is S. Okay, this is p1, this is p2 like that. So sp2 hybridization. Okay, bent shape. So we know that 2 bond pair, 1 lone pair means sp2 hybridization, bent shape. That's the reason before that I shown here. You see, 2 bond pair, 1 lone pair means bent shape. Okay, and hybridization is 1 sp2. Bond angle, if it is a 3 bond pair, 120, but 1 lone pair is there, that's the reason it will little bit reduce. It may be 119.5 degrees. It little bit reduce, it will be very less when compared to the 120. Okay, and move on to this ammonia. Ammonia also take, what is the group, which group number? Ammonium, nitrogen belongs to which group number? 5th group number, right? So you take the 5 electrons, whatever the group, that many number of electrons you take. Nitrogen 1 2 3 4 5, you take hydrogen, 1 bond, 1 electron, another 1 electron, hydrogen, another 1 electron, hydrogen, 3 hydrogen, 3 bond pairs, 2 electrons left, so that you consider 1 lone pair. 3 bond pair, 1 lone pair, sp3 hybridization, trigonal pyramidal in shape. Like water is the oxygen is the central atom. So central atom oxygen, which group oxygen belongs to? 6th group. Oxygen belongs to 6th group. 6 electrons you take, 2 hydrogens are there, 1 electron with hydrogen, another 1 electron with hydrogen, 2 electrons, 1 lone pair, 2 electrons, 1 lone pair, 2 bond pair, 2 lone pair, sp3 bent. That's the reason earlier I explained here. You see, sp3 2 bond pair, 2 lone pair, sp3 hybridization. Okay, so 4 bond pairs means this is the bond angle. Now you have the 2 lone pairs, it will be less bond angle when compared to 109.5 degrees. Okay, then move on to the SF6. So like this, you can easily, sulfur is the central atom, so that belongs to 6th group elements. You draw like this, 6 electrons you take, each fluorine 1 electron bond forms 6 bond pairs, sp3d2 octahedral in shape, SF4. Even SF4 also 4 fluorine atoms, you take the 6 electrons, because sulfur belongs to 6th group elements, and 4 fluorine atoms, 4 bond pairs, and 1 lone pair is there, 4 bond pair, 1 lone pair, sp3d seesaw in shape. Like that, you calculate ClF3, PCl5, PCl3. You people calculate, and I will tell you H2SO3. So here little bit complicated for you. That's the reason I would like to explain. So here you see, you take the sulfur is the central atom. So sulfur belongs to sixth group element. You take the 6 electrons, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and 2 H2 is there na. For that, if you consider the structure of this one, 2 hydroxy groups attached to the sulfur and 1 double bond attached to the oxygen. That is the reason 1 electron with the OH, another 1 electron with OH, and 2 electrons with 1 oxygen. So then how many? 3 bond pair, 1 lone pair. 2 electrons is 1 lone pair. Okay. sp3 hybridization, trigonal pyramidal in shape. Same way HNO3 also. HNO3, nitrogen is fifth group element. 5 electrons you take, and 1 OH, and another oxygen 2 electrons, another oxygen 2 electrons. So one bond is s orbital, another bond is p1, p2, sp2 hybridization, and planar in shape. Okay. Similarly, you people calculate the POCl3, SO3, XeO2, Xe. Xe means is a 0 group or 8th group element. So 8 electrons you take. Okay. You can get all the things. Phosphorus, 5th group element, 5 electrons you take. So you can easily identify the molecular geometry, hybridization, how many lone pairs, how many bond pairs. This is the trick I would like to give you people. Enjoy and please